there's a fight brewing amongst the Crinacle Reds. Not just any fight. Sharur got kicked off of Audio Science Review. Check out this footage. Amir is in the green trunks and Sharur is in the red trunks and they slamming away at each other. And it seems very pertinent that I'm recording this video during a thunderstorm because the fights are coming on from the skies above and everywhere else because for some reason these are controversial. So these are the controversial Reds. And what's the controversy about? According to Amir, it was with behavior on the ASR website. There was nothing said that was remotely controversial. So I have to agree with Sharur here. I do not understand the banning of ASR. But what was the controversy about? It was about the frequency response. Specifically, this region of the frequency response. The difference is what can be EQ'd in this region. And the reason this becomes an issue between Amir and Sharur is that Sharur has these amazing moondrop variations. And what he does to do his reviews of a lot of IEMs is he EQs his variations and listens to the variations. Whereas Amir is basically saying that high-end part of the region between 7,000 and 20,000 is almost impossible to EQ because of the in-ear responses and because of the way the testing is done. It's not really a science once you get past like 7,000 kilohertz. The equipment itself becomes the problem for that high-end region frequency response. So EQing your variations to match this is almost impossible because you don't really know what it sounds like in your ear because the measurements are probably wrong. So that's where the controversy comes from. That's the issue. Amir thinks these are great headphones. Sharur does not like them after his EQing of his variations. So I got a pair and I listened to them for 600 hours with the fantastic Diane Bish. So this is the Zero box and they come a little film of plastic around it. So you need to get a pair of sharp knife or scissors and just cut around it. We'll speed this part up. Okay, with the film removed, and once again we have the classic sleeve over a box. I don't know. I don't like it, but everyone's doing it because it's cheap. And these are cheap. They're under 50 bucks. So here's the Zero Red actual box without the sleeve. And there's the same picture as the sleeve. So the sleeve's kind of like one of those classics that Sonos uses that I don't like. But everyone's doing it. Inside here is some almost useless information. The Truthier warranty, owner's manual, which tells you almost nothing. Basically, make sure they fit well and put them together right, and you're going to have them together. Pretty boring stuff. But the other thing is, there we go. Just in case you need them, a few extra inserts. So keep those handy, don't lose them. Okay, it comes with this faux leather, or maybe it's real leather, I didn't really check, case. And that's basically going to hold all your stuff if you want to just put everything inside of it. Oh, but look at that. This is where you get your wire from. And they're not connected, as you can tell. They are disconnected. This is pretty cool. A lot of IEMs at this price level will have everything fused directly together to the IEM, and you can't replace it. Now, I'm not saying I'm a cable fan and that different cables will make a difference, but you might want a longer cable. Also comes with this different extension in case you have a different type of, say, DAC that doesn't take that standard headphone input, or because it's not full size, it's not to go to a full size headphone. So there are some other ones that don't seem to like it, some brands. So there you go. One problem here is once again black on black, as if they took a cue from Sonos. So yeah, it's supposed to say left there. Let's see if we can find it. So upon closer inspection, you can see the L. Let's get it in focus. There we go, L. And for those of you that missed that, I took out my camera, put on a nice flashlight, and then really got it into focus so that you could really take a look at that L. And so here they are. Look at all those ear tips, but let's take a look at the Reds first. And you can try to put your finger in here and pull them out, and it's pretty hard for some reason, but just let gravity do its job and flip it over, and they just pop right out. So see that? Struggle, struggle, struggle. Struggle, struggle, struggle. Turn it over. Gravity. God, this is all about science, guys. We're always learning. So let gravity do your work. Let science make your job easier. But look at all those beautiful ear tips. A lot of people will just give you like 2 or 3 different kinds. We've got 7 sets here. Pretty impressive for a $50 IEM. And I would strongly recommend one of these should fit you. You should be all set. Let's take a closer look at these guys. Notice the L is well printed there. It's not black on black. It's yellow on black, which I like. And then there's a little adapter. You just plug it right in. Let's see if it works, though. Maybe it's broken. Maybe they didn't get the right size. Maybe these little guys were putting them out too fast and they didn't work. But nope, perfect. And yeah, the right side fits perfectly, too. So let's skip this part. Regular viewers of Scientific Audiophile might be shocked that I grabbed those ear tips, but yeah, I did. They actually fit better than the largest ones. Don't ask me, there must be someone with better hearing out there, because I always say the largest ear tips are for the best hearing people. But I actually use the second to largest ear tips, so maybe there's some people out there with better hearing. I doubt it, but it's possible. And once again, the back of the box has the FR response, so pretty cool, Crinacle. Let's get on to the more important part. How do they sound? So before we get to the details of how they sound, there is a problem with these. And it's something I just have not noticed with other IEMs. Outside, listening to them with the wind going by about 8 to 10 miles an hour, they picked up an enormous amount of wind noise. So I will say, if you live in an area like, say, Chicago, these might not be your IEMs. You'd be surprised. It's almost like those they put on a mic. Wind noise, though there's no wind inside. I don't know why I use it. If you're turning around and finding out that, hey, you know, it's windy and they work, you might want to go around like that. Ooh, I like that idea. I'll get a couple more of these from, and just, oh, that's fantastic. Okay, everybody, I'm going to be selling these guys, okay? $75 a pair. You can put them on just like this. Fantastic. Okay, problem solved. Now, how do they sound? Okay, this is where people get unhappy because there's a fight going on and everyone picks a side. Who wants this person to win? Who wants that person to win? Only thing I want to win is the best audio you can buy. And I'll tell you if something's no good, but these have a little bit less bass than their Crinacle Blues. But I don't miss that little bit of less bass. I think it's, believe it or not, more proper. Oh, that's controversial. In the highs, I gave these everything Diane Bish could give, and perfect. These are beautiful all the way through the spectrum. They are beautiful in the mid-range, beautiful in the lows, and to top it all off, if you just happen to be that person who doesn't like this particular curve, because you know what? Just because Harman says this is the best curve for their trained listeners, maybe for some crazy reason you want a flat response. Maybe you want to use them for engineering. So you can do anything you want to these pretty much because there's so little distortion that you can EQ them any which way and you're not going to get distortion. So Amir was wrong in banning Sharur. There's nothing in those posts that should have been banned. And Amir was right that these are great, great sounding IEMs. And for under $50, I have to give them a particular specific line. So here's our rating. Now, if you haven't figured it out yet, the line chart is how we rate our products. So we don't use a stupid scale of 1 to 10 or 1 to 100. The wine chart is literally infinite. And these reds get a red, but not just any red. A Pinot Noir, and not just any Pinot Noir from Argentina. And not just an Argentinian Pinot Noir, but one from Patagonia. So This is the highest Pinot Noir grade rating you can get. Now, do you like Pinot Noirs? If you do, buy the Reds, because they're a Pinot Noir. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe. We'll see you next time on the Scientific Audiophile.